What's going on, everybody? It's D-Man coming at y'all with the first video of my YouTube channel, so we'll have to see how this goes. But today we're going to be talking about some Madden 21 content they dropped yesterday, so I'm a little late with the content, but that's alright. Got ability caps. So, like we saw in Madden 20, there were three. You got to choose three different players to use X Factors on and then pick your abilities from there. But we've got ability caps now, so instead of having just three players with X Factors, you're going to be able to pick and choose. You're going to have a max of 10 ability points. So, for example, we'll go down here to this Bobby Wagner here. So, more powerful abilities are going to cost more. So, as we see, Reach Elite here with the one ability point. You can see that right there. Alright. We scroll over. Got Tackle Supreme, a little bit better than Reach Elite. Has 2 ability points. So you see where we're going here, right? Goal Line Stuff 3, and then Avalanche. Okay, so Avalanche is an X Factor, so that won't cost any ability points, which is good. We scroll up here. So for an improviser quarterback, so they're going to be more balanced this year, right? So for an improviser quarterback, Red Zone Deadeye is only 1 ability point, while Escape Artist is 3. Okay. So Hot Route Master for a Field General is lower, because that's what they're more known for, right? That's only 2, and it's 4 for a Scrambling quarterback. So it's you see how it's more balanced? Okay. So up next we have the lineup. We get to see the lineup here and a little bit of what it's going to look like. As you see on the right, you can see the superstars with Aaron Donald and Bobby Wagner. I just screwed up Aaron Donald's name, but that's all right. So you see on the right where it says Aaron Donald there, it says 3 AP, which is the ability points, and Bobby Wagner has 2. Okay, so and then you notice right here right on the top of Aaron Donald, right where it says active superstars, it says 5 to 10 ability points. So you can have a third player there. You can have him have 5 ability points, or you could break it up even more. You can have more than 3 players, maybe 2. Another player have 2 ability points, another player have 3. You can have up to 5 players. You can break it up. It's a lot different than it was last year, not limiting you to only 3 players, which I like that a lot. And we scroll down here, you get to see what it's going to look like when you go into where you want to activate your superstars or not. And it shows you, Fearmonger for Aaron Donald, and then can't really tell, it's a little small there, but that's what it's just going to look like there. Okay, and so what this is going to tell you right here is when you get to earn more ability slots when you get a higher overall. So when you get to 80 overall, you're going to earn 1. 85, you're going to get 2. 93, and this is an error by EA. 98 is going to be 4, and 99 is going to be 5, which is different from last year. So because I believe you could have 4 was your max for a 99 overall. Now you're going to have 5 for a 99 overall, which is very cool. Okay, so next, this is where EA gets a little, I don't know what would you say, trying to prove us wrong, because we all didn't like what the card art looked like when we saw Joe Burrow with the rookie premiere. But I like what they did with this. It's only when it's focused, so only when you're viewing the card it's going to have half and half like that. So, and then when it's unfocused and sitting in your binder or in your lineup or something like that, and you see it without, focusing in on that certain player, it's going to have 78% showing the player, which I like that. And then this just shows how, we were talking bad about what it looked like in Madden 21 and they just show us what Madden 20 was, how it was still only showing pretty much 50% of the card, which, I mean, you could still see through you see where they have the green but on the gray on the right and the bottom, you can still see the player. It's just a little grayed out. So, I mean, it's a little bit more than 53%, honestly, but, and like on the top left, it says LTD power up. You can still see through that. It's just covering that up. So it's a little more than 53%, but that's just EA explaining to us, you know, y'all are complaining for Madden 21 when it was pretty much the same in Madden 20. And also, we see them say, you know, when you're not focused here, 50-50, and then when it's, when it is focused, it's 50-50, and when it's not focused, 80-20. So I like that. I like that a lot. If we scroll down here, this is what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like in the item binder. So you see it's focused on Aaron Donald, so you basically see 50-50, 50 of Aaron Donald and 50 of the, you know, all the abilities and X Factor on the right, archetype, all that good stuff. And then the rest of the players you see 80-20. You see Bobby Wagner next to him, McCaffrey. All the other players show mainly the player art, and it still says the name on the right, and the overall gives you enough detail to know, you know, not specific stuff, but if you need to know specific stuff, that's when you go and view it, which is good. Okay, so we can see that they made some changes to the back of the card here, because it says, you know, in previous years it used to be 6 tabs, but now it's just 3. So as we see here, we have Aaron Donald, and it, instead of flipping the card around, it just shows you the history, the description, and the archetype on the middle of the screen right there. And then on the left, you have your normal compare, promote to starter, all that auction, trade, quick sell, all that stuff. So that's pretty interesting. I liked being able to flip the card over, but you know, I like how they're, you know, moving in a certain direction here, moving forward. You know, you can see everything all on one screen instead of having to flip. You know, it's, you know, some people might like it, some people might not, but, you know, overall, I think it's good. I liked 6 tabs better, but, you know, this is good too. Alright, so here is the tab where you can see the attributes. So, you know, now a new thing is you can see the weight. So you see 6'1", 280. Interesting. So that might work with, you know, people work offensive line, defensive line. They think that the weight means a good bit to, you know, block shed and all that stuff. So we'll have to see, because we can, now that we know we can see the weight, it'll be easier to compare and, you know, see if that has an impact on whether block shed, impact block, and all that stuff really matters. So if we can scroll over again here, so we can see that this is your upgrades tab. So if you want to take a look at that, you know, just basic, simple stuff there. Team chemistry, positions. Okay, so this is what I'm very excited about, rivals. So this is going to be your challenges to start the year off. Get you an 85 Big Ben, Zach Ertz, or Jalen Smith. I'm probably going to go with Smith. Going to be a good user, maybe Zach Ertz. I don't know. We'll see. So you see that's the menu for it. So you're going to be able to hop and do some challenges, earn you an 85. You can't get all 3. You have to pick between the 3, so that's kind of, but still, it's just an 85 overall, so it's not a big deal. And now team captains, very excited about this. My guy Eddie George made it. I'm a big Titans fan, so I'm excited for that. So you get to choose one of 4, same like it was in the past. Okay, let me explain. Ed McCaffrey, Eddie George, Leroy Gulliver, and Aeneas Williams. I might have screwed up those last 2 names, but it's okay. Just like last year's, it's 4 players, but the difference is each player will be able to get any team chemistry, which is huge because, you know, that's 4 different positions you might need if you're lacking one on your theme team late in the year. But, you know, I'm not a big fan of that. I would have rather had seen, you know, 32 different team captains for each team, I feel like that would have been much better, just because Eddie George is a Titans player, and I don't want him being on Broncos theme team, a random Jets theme team, any other theme team other than the Titans. But that's probably what you're going to see at the beginning of the year, because he's going to get any team cam and end of the year. That's going to carry on, because he's going to go all the way up to a 99. But I'd rather saw maybe a 32 team or a 32 player where you can choose from each team. I felt like that would have been much easier, and well, not much easier for them, but it would have been more exciting for us, being able to it being varied between 32 different players on each team. Obviously, you would go on your favorite team there, and also you can. Last year, I think there was a cap on how many times you can exchange. This year, you can exchange however many times. Trying to read through there. Okay. So yeah, it's just saying that you can get any team or any team chemistry for those players. This is what the challenges are going to look like to earn them. Okay. And then here's the pack to get it. It's going to, you'll see here, you get to choose between the 4. And here you'll see Aeneas Williams, how we can get any team cam there. So you can see Seattle, Steelers, Saints, just all the chemistries there. And then you'll have, once you select whoever you want, it'll explain to you, and then you'll get the card there. Okay, so now we have NFL Epics. And these, well, we had this last year. I think it was Deacon Jones and Baker Mayfield, if I'm not mistaken there. So there's going to be 4 players instead of 2 players. There was 2 players last year. So the 4 players is going to be Larry Fitz, Adrian Peterson, Ronnie Lott, and Jack Youngblood. They'll be 85 overall. I do not believe, they do not go into power-ups, so you will not be able to use power-ups for these players. So I'm probably going to play them all and use them beginning of the year, and then later on probably put them into a whatever the overall set, maybe 85, 86 overall to an 87. I think that might be a set. I can't remember. But yeah, I'll probably use them beginning of the year and put them in a set later. Muttmaster. So this year is going to be, looks like they're going to a more, not, much known players, but they have a very, their background and stories are interesting and stuff like that. So this year, Sam Mills, who he had a 12-year career. He went to 5 Pro Bowls, and played for the Saints most of his career, I believe, and then he went to Carolina. That's what it says there. And then, so he ended up getting intestinal cancer. So, in 2003. So, this is amazing to me. He was told that he would only live a few months, right? Despite that, he continued to coach. That is just awesome. And his motto was keep pounding. I love that. Love that a lot. He would pass in April, but the spirit lives on. As you see here, the Panthers have a statue of him outside the stadium. So let's look at the card. And, awesome story and everything, but I do not like. The stats on this card are amazing. He's a middle linebacker. He's going to start at 75, if you can read that. +1 every time, collectibles and stuff like that. He'll go up to 93 from the main list. I'm reading through here. So each series, and I saw that we'll have 7 series this year as well. So 7 series. So you'll get them up to 93. So +1 each time a new series comes out. So that's pretty interesting. So there's your challenges. Same old as last year. There's a 75 overall version. Now, his middle linebacker card is very good, but the only bad thing about it is he's 5'9". He's very fast. Very good user, looks like. He's just 5'9". It's very short, but we'll see how that goes. And another thing about him is, you'll see this with a level master. We'll get to that in a second. He also gets every team Kim. So if you're, middle linebacker is good because it's a depth position. So you can have 4 middle linebackers. So you can use him. You can sub him in and out if you need. If you have any holes in your middle linebacker position there. So that's good there. There's more. You can do activities there, challenges and stuff like that with him to get him upgraded. So here's the level master now. This is I love this player. I'm a Titans fan. He did play on the Houston Texans. He got into that little brawl with Cortland Finnegan, which was pretty interesting. But other than that, he did play with the Titans, and it's Andre Johnson, which is very cool. Love him. I love the pick here for Madden. So we'll see him. He will be the level master. I believe you can say that overall you can get him up to beginning of the game here. I don't think so. He does get an X factor that he will only be able to get with the level master. He also gets every team Kim as well, so that's pretty cool there too. I like the masters being able to get every team Kim. That's cool because at the Madden 20 in year for me, I couldn't use Torrey Holt, and it just felt bad because I had a 99 in my binder sitting there because I was running Titans theme team. I just had a 99 sitting in there. I felt guilty not using them because it's a 99 overall. You can't do anything with them. Can't sell them. Can't trade them. Can't quick sell or anything like that. So he was just sitting there. I like how they did this because, in the year you'll be able to use them on certain theme teams. Sure, people will use them all year because this card's he looks really good. Maybe some people might think he's on the slower end of things once he gets upgraded up to 99. But once you have him on a theme team, he'll look really, really good in the year. Okay, next up we have team builders. Team builders are, I don't think we had any team builders last year, but we did have team diamonds. So this will come out beginning the game at launch for this year. So 16 game challenge sequence to earn a fantasy pack. Okay, so there's going to be 32 total players. You're going to have 16 challenges to play through, and you'll be able to choose one of the 32 NFL teams to choose from. Obviously, I'm going with Titans. And then you can choose between offense and defense. So choose a team, pick that team, select it, and then it'll give you an option between one offensive player, one defensive player. They'll both be 84 overall. So that's what that's going to look like. And I do have the ratings pulled up here. I think I clicked on Justin Jefferson's by accident, or Austin Jackson. Let's go back here. There's going to be, I'm pretty sure, 32 of them. So we see here, love Michael Pittman. He's got a YouTube channel. Y'all should check that out. I think AJ Terrell's very fast. Yeah, 90 speed. He might be one of the fastest players in the game, actually. Just scroll through here, y'all can see all the players. It's 4 pages. I'll try to make this fast. Jason Witten there. Troy Edmonds. It's funny because Steelers' defense is very good. He might be one of the worst players on that team, but he got the card. It's kind of funny there. Johnny Smith for the Titans. Love that pick. He's going to be a really good tight end this year in the future, I believe. Bridgewater there. Vic Beasley. Picked him up. It's very nice. He was a nice card last year on Theme Team. I think he got up to like 93 speed at a left end. He was a great spy for me. I used him for that, and then here's the last four. So, I enjoy Madden at launch because there's a lot of stuff you can do. Sure, that there's going to be more than, these challenges, but as of right now, those look like they're going to be fun. You'll be able to, pick your players and stuff. Next up, we have Team Diamonds. Now, Team Diamonds was in the game last year. I believe they were at launch. I didn't play till like January. But, so, I'll let y'all look through those names. Takeo Spikes went to Auburn. It's cool to see him in the game. A lot of these players probably have never been in the game. Like the Titans player, I've never heard of him. But he played back in, I think, mid-2000s, if I'm correct. But, a lot of these players I looked up, they play for a lot of different teams. So, again, theme teams gonna look really good at the end of the year this year. And this is the page where it's gonna look like. So, there that is. See, the top is blurred out there, but it's kind of funny because if you scroll up here, that's gonna be the master. Once you do all the sets, and you see here, Team Diamonds, Master, Barry Sanders. So, very interesting. So that means that Barry Sanders is going to get every Team Kim as well. Or, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Because I think the Master was, who was it? I know for the later the second one, it was Night Train Lane. Oh yeah, it was Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was the Master. He got every Team Kim, and then Night Train Lane did as well. So very interesting there. And I think we're wrapping it up here. I got one more thing to talk about, I believe. Legends. So not a big fan here because they're going down from 3 Legends a week to 2. And I would have loved, well, I guess if they're going to bring out more team builders and stuff like that, this is fine. But I'd love to see maybe 3 or even 4 Legends a week just to, keep us involved in the game. But it says that instead of having the 3rd LTD like we saw in the past in last year's Madden, we're going to have 2 of the same players, but they're going to be boss versions. They're going to be LTD. This is what we saw back in 15 and 16, I believe, maybe 17. But back then we saw boss versions of players, and they're going to be LTDs. They're going to be better versions of the normal ones, and I believe, so let's see. So they will match the ratings of a fully powered up version of that player. So it'll save you the training, but it's going to cost a whole lot more because it's going to be an LTD. So you'll be able to power up the normal. I don't know if you'll be able to power up the boss as well. Maybe. Maybe you won't be able to power it up, but they might. It will match the... I'm trying to think here. But this will be interesting too. See how that goes for a little bit. It was fun to, be able to pull packs for a limited time. This is also EA trying to make us open up more packs and try and pull it. So, good on them for making money, but, they could have put 4 Legends and people would have still be pulling packs for the 4 Legends instead of the boss versions. But maybe it'll save you some training if you pull him. Card will be going for a lot of coins, though, for it to be an LTD. Alright, so, console transition. It's just saying that you can't go from an Xbox to a PS5 or a PS4 to X or PS4 to Xbox Series X, and also all that in there. Y'all can read if y'all want to, but they will coexist. It says there, so that means you'll be able to play Xbox One. You'll be able to play MUT on Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Same thing for PlayStation. So, I mean, really, I feel like the game's going to be completely different when when next gen comes out, but we'll have to see. And what's next? This is basically saying that this is the last Gridiron Notes before the launch of Madden 21. So this is the deep dive. So what they call this. We can come back up through here. But overall, very excited, very excited. Especially being bored, not having anything to do. It's going to give us something to do here. Especially if, you're going to have to be able to, or have to take online school. This will hopefully get you away from that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I'm liking launch so far. It's looking really good. So yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I kind of went over a little bit over 10 minutes, but it's okay. This is a deep dive for Madden Ultimate Team, so what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? But hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.